Hey guys, Kev back again. Let's take another look at design gold. So here's a little quick tip on just doing a simple scroll. So let me get over here. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we're going to go into our top-down view, and we're going to go up here and we're going to select. Um, let's see here. What do we want to use for this? We're going to use this curve revolve 180. And I'm going to start at F4 or 0, 0. Okay. And we're just going to get our points going here. We're going to make a simple scroll. And this is the fun part about this is this allows us to kind of keep all this stuff really nice and organized. It's mirrored. So you only have to work with one side. Make sure you get your shape how you want it. We're going to give this a little bit more of a bulge up here. I don't like this quite so much. So again, we're going to bring these control points down here a little bit more. And we could add more. So I could continue adding to this if I need to. And that's kind of the fun part about it. And another reason why I really like this method. And it's been working really well for me. And I mean, overall, I think it's pretty quick. And when we're done, I'm just going to right click and we'll call that done. So now we have our curve, but now we need something to give us our shape and geometry. So we're going to back up here to these, again, these super slick curve tools. They're awesome. They all build 3-degree curves, again, allowing us to use fewer control points and take advantage of the power of Rhino with their control points are just fantastic. So we're going to select this time this curve mirror Y. I'm just going to make a simple profile. And we can always save this to a library if we want to. Oop, tell you what, hold on here. Okay, undo. Didn't want to do that. Sorry about that. My finger was a little click happy. All right, so I'm going to come out here like so. And let's see, let's give us do we want to close it? Yeah, we'll close it after that one. Then we can go back up here and hit close. And now we can, again, edit. Again, this is mirroring across the Y. Let's see, we'll get this shaped up the way I want it here for this. Yeah, probably something like that. And I'm going to shrink this guy down. Let's make him, we'll keep him a little taller. Let's just leave him like that. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my perspective view here. And so now what we can do is we're going to use this command here. It's kind of like a one rail sweep, and they call it rail pipe. So I've been using this a lot over the weekend, so pretty nice. So let's hit that. We're going to select this rail. We want that. Oops. Control, because I did always forget their sequence a little different. Here's where your control points are. Okay. 1 through 17, just like when we were putting them down. Now we can select this guy. And then we hit enter. Now the fun part about this is this sweep location box is actually really nice. So right now we have it sweeping at the very bottom of the profile from right here. Okay. But what's nice is if you, let's say you wanted that in the center of the world for some reason, we could just simply, boom, go right there. And you notice the color corresponds to the dot here. So if we had 2 rails up here as an example, and we ran this command over here, the sweep 2, you will see 2 different color rails. They don't keep them the same color. Each one will be numbered, and you decide how many control points you want in those rails. But the point is that we could duplicate this rail, and doing a 2 rail sweep, this would give us two dots on here then. One will be blue, one will be red. So because we just did the one rail, we just have one, and that's all we have to do, and we can call that good, and I can say, okay. Now I should change my colors, but anyways. Okay, so now we can do a number of things with this. So we can turn on control points, and let's say you want you want the center section of this to be, more lofted or higher. So we can grab these and just real quickly we can edit our piece. Maybe we want to widen this out a bit. Let's see. Let's go to object so I can get this going, keeping everything kind of even and kind of like this. And now you can play to your heart's content, making this scroll exactly, how you want it. And we'll just come around here. We want to widen this out a little bit. And then we'll let it taper off back here, kind of like so. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, and then this side over here, we're going to do the same thing. I want to get this close to what we have. Some people are really fanatical that it's exact. I like, when making jewelry, it not always to be exact. I love eyeing it more because then it looks like more handmade natural jewelry. Nothing's ever perfect, and especially in a jewelry world. Okay, and once we have this where we want, and let's see, I think I got this too much here. Let's take this down. Let's see, like something in there. And I think what we'll do is we're going to take this back to C-plane, because we're going to take this one up, that one up, and then we're going to take this one up and this one up. Okay. And that'll give us a little bit more of a nice gradual elevation. And take this one here. Take this down just a hair. There you go. That's looking pretty good. Okay. And, we can come in here and adjust these even more. We can rotate them more. Or you could simply go down here and turn your O snaps on. And you want to make sure point is selected, which I have point activated over here. So there's a couple of ways we could close the ends up. You could turn off the control points and hit cap. There's actually a cap tool here, and the cap tool has a selection on it. You can either have it domed or it'll cap flat. So you tell it what you want to do and whether you want it to extend out on the cap or you don't. And then another cool thing that you can do that's in the most recent versions of Rhino, I think it started in Rhino 7, is that you can simply, and this is where I would go to object, and you can simply collapse these down into a point. Like, there you go. Boom. And that is closed up. So if you wanted to have this nice little kind of pointy end here, we could fiddle with that a little bit. And I'll drop that down, probably something like that. So it kind of just fades out and fades away. And then we could do the same with this side here. And we'll collapse these down to a point. And again, I can take this and bring this back here a little bit maybe, and drop this down as well. And this is the advantage of having, all this control with these control points. And again, this is a valid surface. We could pave stones on this. We could do all kinds of things. It just really depends, what you're after. But this is a nice little quick way to make a scroll. and then you can save it in your library and use it again later on. Bring it out, turn the control points on, adjust it to what you'd like to do. Okay. So, and then this would go hand in hand with that tool I showed here the other day, which is this projection tool. So you could stick this onto a surface, the side of a ring. Um, there's an infinite amount of things that you could do. So, anyways, there's another quick look and another quick idea on how these um, these curve tools in here are just so stinking powerful. Well, thanks, guys. Kev out, and I'll bring back some other little tips for you here. It'll probably be next week now because I got Christmas stuff to get finished up. So, talk to you later.